with Storm Tracker Live.
Well, we've got a few scattered showers around, but the real story for our weather is, of course, temperatures running about 25 degrees above normal tonight. Our big area of moisture in the Gulf of Mexico, it's been there all week long, is once again going to oscillate back to the north. There's the upper level low. Like I said, when these ride over lower level lows, that's when the severe weather breaks out. This is coming to pass because we have a humongous high pressure system in the center part of the country. It's clear from the east coast all the way out almost to the Rockies, and the nor'easter is gone, has taken a lot of the cool air with it.
Mama taught me manners. Let's get a final check of the forecast.
Well, speaking of yards, I'd pull the plants in. Chances of a frost being in your backyard are, pretty slim, but they are there. 36 degrees for the kids in the morning. It will be a chilly one. You're going to bundle them up a little bit. There it goes again. And hopefully they don't have bus drivers like that. I don't think they do in these days, but they did back when I was in high school. And for your 7-day, nice-looking weekend. Beautiful before some rain on Monday, possibly.
All right. Thanks for staying up with us. Hope you have...
And welcome back. Yesterday we were ahead of schedule on our warming trend. Today we're a little behind schedule because our front stalled out. It was cloudy. Right now it was 64 degrees. We only had a high of 65 today. And let me show you why. Let's see if you can see where our warm front is. It's kind of obvious. It stalled out all day long, but now it's finally on the move. It has crossed into Alabama, so there will be some breaks in the clouds tomorrow, and that will be key to our warm-up. In the meantime, the low pressure is stalled out over Texas. They are getting pounded with rain, in particular in the line from Houston, say up to Beaumont, all over to Lake Charles, Louisiana. They are going to get 4 to 6 inches of rain out of this thing before all is said and done, because there's a high pressure system south of the Great Lakes that's just blocking everything right now, but it will eventually get on out of the way. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the blocking high. Here's the front that stalled over us today. We were supposed to be in the 70s, but we had cloud cover, and there's the low, of course, back in Texas. We put it into motion. Eventually the high will retreat into New England northward. It will take the front northward with it. So by the time this loop stops at 2 o'clock tomorrow, there will be we will be in the warm sector. There will be some breaks in the clouds. Not saying it's going to be a sunny day, probably mostly cloudy, but enough breaks where it will get us up into the 70s. And take a note, as we continue it into motion, the low is going to move basically due north, which means that cold front is not going to be able to move east like it normally does. It's going to actually move slow as molasses. And if you look at this on Friday night, you're going to go, oh wow, we got front coming through. Not so. This thing's probably going to wash out before it gets here on Monday, but there'll be our next shots of measurable rain. Travelcast tonight, if you're, tomorrow anyway, if you're headed up to Birmingham, you might see a light shower. If you're heading out to New Orleans, they are going to get pounded with that cold front as well. In the meantime, forecast mild tonight. As a matter of fact, these temperatures tonight are going to be warmer than our normal daytime highs, believe it or not. 61 in Dothan. Let's take a look at the generation schedule. Once again, split into two, and once again, numbers not budging until we get some rain. Sounds like a broken record, but that's what it is. And taking a look at our week ahead, we got to throw that 20% chance of rain in there because it's going to be a very humid air mass. We can look at some record high temperatures, possibly Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Until that front finally makes it through on Tuesday, we could actually get maybe a couple tenths of an inch of rain. Just remember, all your local weather information is available on our website. Okay, guys, we're back here at Sky's the Limit Balloon Adventures. These things are full of hot air back here, and some of it's going in the balloon. We're going to be up there in a little bit. Right now, with the season pilot, James Lawson. Tell me, how do you steer these things?
What you have to do is you've got to fly at different altitude to catch the wind.
When we come back, we're going to be about 5,000 feet up there in the wind, in the weather, giving you some shots, so stay with us. Hey guys, we're back here at North County House Motorcycles. We're going to take a look at a couple of the latest, greatest bikes inside and give you an update on your riding weather forecast. It's going to improve a little bit later in the week. Hey guys, back here at Swami's. This is the landmark I was talking about. This is an old tree stump that was infected with bark beetles last summer, and they decided to be ashamed to really chop it all the way down, so they made a carving out of it, and this thing really dwarfs me. This thing's about 5 feet across, and it's actually a tribute to ancient Polynesian carvings. And the significance of that out here at Swami's is they're one of the first cultures that actually has records of surfers. Hey, we're back up in the balloon. We're 4,000 feet up here, and all my fears have been laid to rest. I was a little apprehensive about this. Not anymore. It is really pillowy up here, and we're going to take a look down now at the Fairbanks Ranch Golf Course from 4,000 feet, and it is just gorgeous up here. And welcome back. We are at Covenant Hospice here off the 231 across from O'Charlie's Restaurant, and there is a beautiful little ceremony going on inside. I'm here with Beth Kenward. She is directing activities. Beth, tell us a little bit more. Tell us a little bit more about this.
The Tree of Light ceremony is a ceremony that Covenant Hospice hosts each December.